Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
My dear students, grade 5, good morning everyone. Welcome back again to your math class, week number 14. According to our plan, today we are going to study lesson number 7, three-dimensional figures or 3D shapes, page number 941. Okay. 3D or three-dimensional figure has length, width, and height. What differs between 3D and 2D shapes?
The 2D shape have only two dimensions, the length and the width, and
Yes.
the 3D shape have three dimensions, length and the width and height.
Yes, excellent. Who can give me an example for 2D shapes? Can you give an example for 2D like what? 2D shapes. Who can give an example for 2D shapes? Like what? Any polygon, like square, triangle. Triangle is a 2D shape.
Teacher,
No.
a square and triangle.
Yes, square, triangle, parallelogram, trapezoid, any polygon, pentagon, hexagon is called 2D shapes. Yes, Amir.
The 2D shapes must be a polygon. It can't be a circle.
Yeah. But circle, not polygon. Okay?
Okay.
Circle is a 2D shapes like triangle, square, but not a polygon. Okay? Because it doesn't have
Yeah, but it
any
can be a
circle.
3D shape.
What?
But can the circle be a 3D shape?
No. It's flat shape called 2D shapes. Like circle, okay, triangle, any polygons called 2D shapes. Okay, and 3D shapes or 3D figures, it has three dimensions: length, width, and height. Okay, as you see here, this is called 3D shapes or 3D figure. Okay, and there is another name also. I can name it by solids. I can name it by what? Solids. I think you studied in the science. Solids. The 3D figures called solids. Okay. As you see here, there are three parts for any 3D shapes. There's face, vertex, and edge. Face is what is a flat surface. Flat. If you have a box, okay, it looks a flat surface. It's called face. And vertex is a corner. The corner here called this corner called vertex. Like this. This is corner called vertex. Okay, it's called all of these corners called a vertex. A vertex is a point where three or more faces are meet. Okay, like this, also called vertex. This is vertex, and that's the corner inside. It's called vertex. Also, this one called vertex. Is it clear? The vertex, the vertices, is called vertices. Each one of these at the corner called vertex. Okay, and then I have an edge. Edge is where two faces meet. I have this face and this face. They are meeting this line. This line called edge. Called what? Edge. Okay? Okay. Now, I will show something here. In page number 942. There are many of 3D shapes, but our lesson about only presents. Only what? Presents. There are, who can give me an example for 3D shapes, like what?
I know it.
Yeah,
Like the cube.
cube and 3D
Yes,
shapes.
and the rectangular prism.
And we also have sphere and cylinder, pyramid. Okay, there are many 3D shapes, but our lesson is talking about only the prisms. Okay, prism is a three-dimensional shapes, or three-dimensional figure. Okay, three types, as we see: rectangular prism, triangular prism, and cube. Rectangular prism, triangular prism, and cube. What difference between each one? All of them called prism. Okay, but for special cases, I will name it by rectangular prism like this, triangular prism, or cube. Okay, let's start with this one to show you what difference between each one of them. Okay, a rectangular prism, from its name, it has a rectangular faces. Has rectangular faces. Okay, has how many faces? Has 6 rectangular faces. How many faces? 6. All of them with the shape of rectangle. Okay, and then has 12 edges. 12 edges, the lines, as you see here, it's called edges. Okay, there are 12 and 8 vertices. 8 vertices. As you see, the rectangle prism has the same properties of faces, vertices, and edges. As you see here, here the rectangular prism has 6 faces. Also, the cube has 6. But what different? The rectangular prism has 6 rectangular faces, but cube has 6 square faces. All faces looks like square. Here, the all faces looks like rectangle. Okay, and the same number of edges, 12. Number of vertices are 8. Okay. Also, a cube is also a square prism. I can name it by square, but the famous name is what? Cube. Okay. Okay. What difference now between cube and rectangular prism? The faces. What? The faces here in the rectangular as rectangles. Here, 6 square faces. But the same number of faces, number of edges, number of vertices are the same, nothing different. The third one here is triangular prism. Named by triangular because the two faces or its faces looks like triangles, as you see. Two faces looks as triangle. So called triangular prism. A triangular prism has triangular faces. Okay, the bottom and the top called bases. The bottom and the top called bases. Has 2 triangular faces. It has 5 faces. So I have 5 faces. 2 of them are triangles. So named by triangular prism and has 5 faces, 9 edges. Okay, I'm showing you the summary for these properties of the 3D shapes of prisms. As you see here, this worksheet I sent to you by WhatsApp already. This one, 3D shapes, name, number of faces, number of vertices, number of edges, shape of faces. As you see this in the worksheet I sent to you already by WhatsApp. First one, the cube. The shape called the cube has 6 faces, 8 vertices, and 12 edges. Same like rectangular prism. Same everything. Number of faces are 6, number of vertices are 8, number of edges are 12. But what different? Here the shape of faces in the cube all squares. All the faces looks like squares. But in the rectangular prism, all faces as rectangles. Okay, and then the last one here, triangular prism, has how many faces? As you see, 5 faces, 6 vertices, 9 edges. To be easier for you, see 6 minus 1 is 5, 8 minus 2 is 6, 12 minus 3 is 9. You can subtract minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Okay, here 6, 8, 12. Both of them are same, cube and rectangular prism. To find the number of faces, vertices, and edges for triangular prism, you can go ahead like this. 6 minus 1 is 5, 8 minus 2 is 6, 12 minus 3 is 9. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. To be easier for you. And also the faces of triangular prism, I have 5 faces, but it has 2 triangular faces like this. The top and the bottom, as you see here, top and the bottom are 2 triangular faces and 3 rectangular faces. The other lateral or side faces called as rectangular faces. Okay, okay. I'm showing something here. As you see here, this is cube. This is cube. As you see, this is cube. Has 6 faces. Okay, 8 vertices and 12 edges, same like rectangular prism. But what different, as we say, is what the shapes of the faces are rectangular in the prism or rectangular prism, and all of them are square in the cube. Here I have triangular prism. Triangular prism. As you see, this one looks like tent. You know the tent, right? Looks like a tent. As you see, it has 5 faces. 2 called triangular faces, this one and that one, as a triangle. Okay, and the other faces, the other 3 faces as rectangle. See this rectangle, the other face also rectangle, and this is face also rectangle. But it has two triangular faces. This is one, this one, and that one. Okay. Now let's go with practice number 1. 942. Okay, describe this shape. As you see here, faces, the faces of the shape here, shape has okay faces. This figure has 5 faces. If you count from the lateral sides, it's 1, 2, and behind 1. Now 3 and 2 triangular faces. Okay, now a total is 5. The triangular faces are congruent and parallel. The other faces are rectangular. Okay, again, this called here the faces. This figure has 5 faces. There are 2 bases called triangular faces. Okay, are congruent and parallel, and the other faces are rectangles. Okay, edges are there are 9 edges. The lines, these lines called edge. Okay, there are 9. See 1, 2, 3, the top, and 1, 2, 3, the bottom for the two faces, and there are 3 lines for the lateral faces. To be total is 9. Okay, the edges that form the vertical sides of the rectangle are parallel and congruent. Okay, each opposite edges are parallel and congruent, means equal length. This and this, but that one are called parallel and congruent. Okay, Now the vertices, there are 6 vertices. As you see, 3 at the top and 3 at the bottom. Okay, you can count it now. See the number of vertices. As you see here, 1, 3 at the top of the base, and then other 3 at the bottom, down, another 3 vertices or corners. So the total will be the 3D have this, all of these properties called triangular prism. Okay. Okay, there's someone. Okay. Someone asked us to maybe he joined us late. Okay. The name of our lesson is 3D figures, 3D dimensions, page 941. Okay. Okay. Someone raise his hand. Yes, Amir.
Just I want to answer.
What?
I want to answer.
Okay. Next page we're going to discuss about this page. Is it clear? Practice number 1 for all guys. Is it clear? Okay. Now we are going for page 943. 943. As you see here, describe the faces, edges, and the vertices of each 3D shapes or 3D figure, then identify it. As you see here, I have number 2, this cube has what? The figure has 6 square faces, 12 edges, and 8 vertices. It's called the cube. Has 6 square faces, 12 edges, and 8 vertices, like this, called the cube. Okay, number 3, I have, this looks like a tent to be triangular prism. As you see, number 3 and number 4. Okay, the figure has 5 faces, 9 edges, and 6 vertices. It's called triangular prism. Same in number 4, the figure had 5 faces, 9 edges, and 6 vertices. Like this, called triangular prism. Okay, number 5 looks like cube but different. It has 6 rectangular faces. Here it have 6 square faces. The difference between cube and rectangular prism. Okay, it has here 6 rectangular faces, 12 edges, and 8 vertices. It's called the rectangular prism. Okay. Okay.
Mr.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me where's the vertex located again on the shape?
Okay. When I explain, can you write this one in your book? Here I have a vertex, or the vertices at the corner side. As you see here, the corner, this one.
Yeah.
The corners called vertex. These corners called the vertex. Let me write it for you. This way.
Teacher, but the edges are the corners. I think.
No, the line. Yeah, here the line. Join between 2 faces. The line. This line called edge. As you see here, Saud. Okay, let me use a pen. See, Saud, this is vertex, the corner here. When 3 lines or 3 edges are meet, make or form a vertex like this. This is called a vertex. Okay, I have 3 at the top and 3 at the bottom. Now I have 8 vertices.
Yeah.
Is it clear now?
Yeah.
And the lines, as you see here, sorry, the lines, as you see, the lines between each vertex, as you see, like one is called edges. Okay,
Yeah.
and the flat side is called face. Okay, this out is it clear? Here I can at the beginning you can count the number of vertices. It will be easier to count the number of edges. As you see here, if you determine the vertices, it will be easier for you to count anything. Here, after count the face, the vertices, there are 8, as you see here. Now I can count 1, 2, 3, 4 this side, and 1, 2, 3, 4. You count to find total to be 12. Okay, as you see, 4 lines at the top, 4 lines at the bottom, and there are 4 lines lateral or the sides. 1, 2, 3, and 1 inside there. Okay, so total is 12. And the faces, it looks like a box, has 6 faces. Okay, also here I have triangle prism. I can count the number of vertices by using these corners. Here, as you see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there is also inside there 6. So I have now 6 vertices. You can count the lines between each vertices to count how many edges. So I have is 9. Okay, the faces, is it clear? Okay, is it clear now, Saud?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Here number 6 and 7, I have this tower. Okay, the building has 6 faces, 12 edges, and 8 vertices. Is a rectangular prism. And I have this tent has 5 faces, 9 edges, and 6 vertices. It is called triangular prism. Okay. Okay. Here the worksheet I sent already to you by WhatsApp and already available in the school website for properties of each one: cube, rectangular prism, and triangular prism. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Let's go now with this. Quiz, line quiz is right now for the lesson. Okay. Okay, now are you ready now for short quiz for the lesson? Okay, what is Khalid? Ryan, I am mute you, but I don't know what's happened. Khalid, good morning.
Good morning, teacher.
How are you? Okay, now I have this about the lesson. The first one, identify the figure. This is called this what? Cube, rectangle, prism, triangle, prism, or cylinder?
Rectangle prism.
Yes, it's a rectangular prism. Okay. Number 2, Saud.
Yeah.
This for the figure 2 tell the number of faces, edges, and vertices. The number of
Okay.
faces, edges, and vertices. How many faces, edges, and vertices?
Mm,
Which one?
I don't. The faces now. I'll count the vertex.
Yeah.
Okay, and
I can help you like this. Count the vertex or the vertices.
I
One.
think it's number A. Number A.
Maybe.
Okay, let's just check now. So number of vertices.
I think B.
Think B. Okay, let's see who is right. Okay, now I counted the number of vertices, the corners you see here. Now, how many vertices saw it? Can you count it? How many vertices?
What? The faces.
Oh, vertices,
The
as you
vertices.
see. How many vertices? 8,
Eight.
right? Okay, you can count now how many faces. It's easy, right? Now, is you have like your room, you have 3 lateral faces or 3 walls, okay? Sorry, 4, and there are 2 bases. Total is 6 faces, right? Okay,
Yeah.
and vertices are 8. What about edges? There are 8 or 12. You can count the lines, the total lines as you see in the figure. There are total what? You can count 4 up the top and the 4 down for the bottom. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, the 4 corners in your room. So the total is 12. So the answer is what?
B.
Yes, excellent. Thank you so much. Okay, and next one, number 3. Okay, identify the figure. What the name of this? Square pyramid, rectangular prism, triangular prism, or cylinder?
Triangular prism.
Yes, excellent. Triangular prism. Okay, number 4. The figure below tell the number of faces, edges, and vertices. You can answer this. You can answer this. Number 4. You guys. What the answer of this? Ryan. Khalid. Monique. The answer of this, how many faces, vertices, and edges? Can you see here?
This has 5 faces. And it
faces?
has,
Okay.
and it has 6 vertices. And it has 9 edges.
Yes, excellent, Khalid. Excellent, my friend. Excellent. Wonderful. Okay, next one, number 5, and the last one. Okay, how many vertices does this object have? This is, can you answer it, Saud?
Okay.
How many vertices?
The vertices, okay. 6.
Are you sure?
Teacher, do I need to count the behind or? What?
Yeah, all.
Oh, the behind and
Yes.
Oh.
This looks like a box. You cannot see the behind face, but you can count. I told you I have 4 at the top, 4 vertices.
yeah.
Should be 4 down.
So we can. Yeah. So it's it. B.
No, 4 up and 4 down. So
Yeah.
it will be 8.
Yeah. I said it.
Yes.
Yeah. I said
Okay.
6 then 8.
Yeah,
Because I
yeah.
didn't.
I just see 4 at the top. 4 at the top. 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4. Also 4 down at the bottom. Okay. So the total vertices will be 8. Okay. Be careful about this.
Okay.
Okay. This common in the SP online homework. Okay. I would like to thank Saud. He solved the homework for the last week, and another citizen, not much, maybe 3 or 4. They solved it. Okay, guys. Already we finished the lesson. Let me check about this quiz first. Now we grade the quiz to be 100%. Excellent for all. We have the worksheet already I sent to you by the summary of the 3D shapes of prisms. Okay, for the vertices to be easier for you. Okay, we'll study hard. Okay, and pay attention. We'll have a competition. Maybe it will be from today or tomorrow. Okay, for some activities for this semester. Okay, have a nice day, and I hope to see you soon, inshallah. And goodbye.